Okay, I do believe we're all set to go here. Just need to get myself a quick audio check. And everything checks out. Also, before we get started, props to the person who has whatever animal head that is that they're using for a helmet. That looks pretty cool. I don't know what that is, but it looks amazing. But we still have some unfinished business, so to speak, in Labyrinthos, and so tonight we'll be taking a look at what else we can do around here in order to build ourselves up and get some additional bonus items. And maybe a few other things as well, and depending on how this goes, we might even have the opportunity to take our first crack at the other main story location. So, hey there Elizabeth, and to Bubba, and to everyone else that's just logged on, we're glad to have you with us here tonight. So, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you as we continue with Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. So, let's get out of G-pose as Rika has been waiting here for a while. And we'll go ahead and start checking the place out, see who we can help, who is going to be giving us some rewards for giving them a hand. Because we have a lot of cleaners who we need to help out, especially, hopefully we can get into their good graces at least, because we certainly didn't get on the forum's good graces last night. So, let's start by first speaking with Shatbear, which is a weird name, and we'll take his task first, entitled A Hard Task to Digest. Shatbear appears to have worked himself into a panic. It'll be alright, I just need to... Oh gods, what do I do? Need any help there, sir? I asked the cleaner to bring me a live goblin specimen, but perhaps I was a tad too insistent on the lively part. The thing flung itself with such force that it broke the wall of the enclosure and escaped. For a moment I considered chasing after it myself, then realized it would likely beat my soft academic frame to bloody pulp. You, on the other hand, seem to possess a rather higher degree of fortitude. Is it the weapon that gave me away? The last I saw, it was skittering off towards Morvale Forest. Please, track down and subdue our frisky fugitive, stuff it in this sturdy sack, and then bring it back here to me. My humble gratitude will be yours as well as a generous reward. And I'm looking forward to it. Hey there, Thalia, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. So yeah, we'll go on animal hunting again. We helped out at the Male Vieira Aaronville to do just this last night. And so now we gotta do it again. So we'll stroll on over here to the destination. Summon my Chocobo. And we'll probably need it out for a while, so let's get her out for a full hour's worth of content. Let's go ahead and scour the area. well, at least we have your honest opinion there, Elizabeth. And quite frankly, I don't think you're alone in believing that. I mean, can you really blame them for giving us a conspiracy theory to want to look into more? Yeah, who knows who they're conspiring with. What happened to my choke? Oh, that's right, we have to subdue it. We're not trying to kill it. Yeah. What's so great about dumb old Texas? Hey Patrick, what am I now? Stupid? No, I'm Texas! What's the difference? Alright, Shatbear, we got it. Didn't even have to go that far. Did you get it? Did you bag the goblin? We have indeed. There you go. Oh, praise the scholar. You see, I've been assigned to evaluate the dietary claims of a work entitled Goblin Cuisine, and had been about to prepare my first dish. How will it taste? Is it even edible? You, my friend, have made it possible for me to answer such questions. Thank you for your contribution to culinary science. And so with it, we'll take 170,775 experience points based on the fact that we've gained a level, and we'll take 735 gil. Yeah, you may have also noticed as well that in addition to my stats being scaled down, so are the experience level gains. So needing 6 million to get to level 81, or rather 82, is pretty much akin to what I would have been trying to do if I was trying to get level 66 or 67 in Stormblood back in the day. Yeah, I call it back in the day now. It wasn't even that long ago. So, next up, let's speak with Enagali. And we'll go ahead and take on her quest entitled Raised on the Fallen. Enagali is looking at you with motherly concern.
Madam, if you could hold out your hand, I have something you really must eat. Please, I insist.
Okay then. Also, hey there, Arizona. Welcome to stream. Glad to have you with us.
Is that not the juiciest, sweetest, most invigorating thing you've ever tasted? I just finished baking a batch, and judging by your somewhat wan complexion, I thought you could use a little treat. Oh, don't worry, I know exactly what I'm feeding you. Though I've settled here in this haven of archived cultural treasures, I was once a student of nutritional sciences at the Faculty of Medicine. The knowledge from that course certainly comes in useful when it comes to keeping my weary colleagues healthy and hale, although I do struggle to find the time to collect all the ingredients I need. In fact, I wonder if you'd be willing to help in that regard. I was about to head out and gather some things east of here, but if you could scour the area to the northwest for a couple of rotting logs, I'd be ever so grateful.
Rotting logs. Do they have mushrooms growing on them? Is that the reason why you need them? Well, let's find out as we head out back into the field. Well, it's Labyrinthos Part 1, yeah, because we've just started the official Let's Play last night. Or 2 nights ago now. Who gave that Chocobo rain jacket? I did! Yeah, it's a rare drop, if I remember correctly, it's a rare drop from Eureka. Yeah, that's Rika's Chocobo you're talking about. Yeah, here's our first of 2 rotting logs. And we'll head on over here, pick up the other one. Yeah, you can see the mushrooms growing all over the place, so obviously we know what's on these logs. Alright, back we go. Yeah, so far these quests have been pretty simple and straightforward. Yeah, no spoilers, but how far along are you there, Arizal? Yeah, for those of you who are also wondering what's with the fancy tree houses on our FC estate, those are also rare drops from Eureka. Yeah, I've discovered a lot of things about that place, that's for sure. I mean, you gotta while away the time when you're trying to prepare yourself for the next expansion. Hey, Nagali.
Any luck with the logs?
I have what you're looking for right here.
Yes, these should be riddled with the little darlings. Thank you both from me and on behalf of my sure-to-be appreciative fellow archivists. After all, no dish has more nutritional value than one made with beetle larvae.
Yep, she's into cooking insects. So we'll take our 735 gil for helping her get a whole bunch of bugs. Good thing she's not squeamish. Alright, I guess so. Alright, Boragchin, you will be next. Let's go ahead and take on your quest entitled Uncommon Sense. Boragchin eyes you with a calculating look.
You have an air of dangerous competence, and you are most certainly not Charlian. Yes, yes, you shall do nicely. For what, you may ask? As the overseer of the wildlife in this sector, I often find myself in need of new volunteers to help with the feeding. While I am perfectly content to perform the task myself, it would be unwise to allow the carnivores to grow too accustomed to my scent, or that of any of my colleagues for that matter. which is why I'm pleased to encounter fresh meats like you.
Well, thanks a lot.
If you'll excuse the phrase. So, what say you to a brief foray into the forest? You will be provided with suitable recompense, of course.
I'll do it, although I don't like being called fresh meat.
Wonderful! Here, take these hunks of raw flesh and just set them down at these locations. Hurry back as soon as you're done.
Alright. So we're going 2 different directions. In order to get where we need done, we're going west, then we're going east. Okay, I can clearly see our first intended spots. Just over the bridge here. So we'll set one down. And then we'll go back from whence we came, and then we'll place the other 2. How embarrassing it would if it turned out you were moving a giant spear as a theater prop as opposed to being an adventurer? I'm not sure I follow. Yeah, elaborate a little more for us there, Bubba. Alright, so it looks like our next spot is going to be at the top of that ridge there. Can we climb it from where we are? Can we? We can. Alright, set down piece of meat number 2. And now one more spot to go. So we'll drop on down and head on over this bridge. But yeah, for those of you who are currently in Endwalker right now, how are you finding it so far? I mean, aside from struggling like everyone else is to just even get into the game. Yeah, tonight it took me about an hour and a half. But it will take me a little longer because tomorrow, I can't carpool from work, so I gotta take the bus. Which is unfortunate, but yeah, not much I can do about that. So, over the bridge. And we'll make our way back on inside and give the information to Boragchin. Let her know that we have placed the stuff where it needed to be. Alright, coming in.
Look at you all finished, and with a distinct lack of bleeding and sobbing. This is why I prefer to employ mercenary types to feed on more aggressive specimens.
Oh, that's great.
Fortunately, I can simply let the carnivores hunt down their own meals much of the time, but this is a closed habitat. If we don't intervene to fill bellies on occasion, the delicate equilibrium between predator and prey will all come crashing down. Thank you for helping to maintain that balance.
And so we'll take our 735 gil for our reward, in addition to the experience, of course. Next up, over here we have Mr. Vale. Let's go ahead and head off to Colorado and take on his quest entitled Pot Luck. Vale appears to be in a state of annoyed bewilderment. I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but might I ask a small favor? I just saw the gleaner I'd hired for a job, and he seemed awfully, well, jittery, I suppose is the word. And when I tried to ask him what the matter was, he met my eyes for a moment, then bolted out of the room. I should like to catalogue the items he was meant to bring and get them safely stored, but I refuse to play this ridiculous game of curl and mouse. Would you mind tracking him down for me? The last I saw of him, he was dashing off towards Passamaron Pastraponix. Well, isn't that a fancy name for a place? Sounds like we're going over to where cattle are raised. Yeah, pretty much everything I've heard so far has been very glowing as far as the content is concerned. with a lot of people that I follow on Twitch and Twitter already saying they think it's already the best expansion ever. Which I guess says a lot about how far people's opinions have come. Yeah, having already beaten the game through early access, I can already say that there were a lot of things that caught me off guard. But we'll leave the speculation on that towards when we get further along. Or did I... Okay, yeah, you're right over here. Hello there.
Golden scholars don't sneak up on me like that. Can I help you?
Well, someone told me you need assistance.
My employer sent you.
Did he? Well, he'll be pleased to know that I was able to purchase all of his requested Far Eastern items of cultural significance. But...
that pot there was one of them, but I was leery of simply handing it over. I think there's something alive inside.
Let's have a look.
You will tell me where this is, yes? Yes?
Yeah, how'd you get it over here anyway?
There, you heard that, didn't you? I knew it wasn't my imagination. You seem a well-traveled sort. What sort of creature might we be dealing with here?
A Namazu, the sort you shouldn't keep trapped in pots, or one which will feed the whole family. Well, it would be easy to say Namazu, but it didn't speak like a Namazu did. So, let's say the one you shouldn't keep trapped in pots.
Wait, before you spill me out, would you mind pouring in a generous splash of water? I couldn't bear for anyone to see me so dried out. No.
Okay, now it's talking like a Namazu.
Well, now that I'm here, I might as well make the most of my misfortune. See the sights, try the food, that sort of thing. Convey my pot to the nearest inn if you please. Seeing as how our guest is so eager to stay, the least I can do is sponsor his visit and help fill out the paperwork. Meanwhile, I would appreciate it if you could explain the situation to my employer.
Very well. Oh, away we go then. See if I can pull myself up here. Yes! Yes, we can! And I won't need to worry about him chasing me for any extended length of distance. Yeah, you like that option there. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Alright, Vale. Oh, photobomb, so to speak. Did you catch up with the Gleaner? What did he have to say for himself? Well, actually, quite a bit.
Are you telling me that Namazu are real? By the scholar, I thought the stories of such beings were just that. Stories. And now we have the chance to speak with one in the flesh. We really must house this visitor here in the Archaon and record the conversations for posterity. Oh, yes, here, you've been very helpful. Now, if you don't mind, I have preparations to make. Let's hope you don't have ulterior motives for them. So we'll take our experience and another 735 gil.
And we'll head on over here now. Let's help out this burly researcher next, and his quest entitled Endwalker Lots. The burly researcher looks at you appraisingly. You look strong, sturdy, and most importantly, idle, which is a wonderful coincidence as I am in the need of a spare pair of hands. Let me explain. Sure, go ahead. I sent one of my younger colleagues off to the Astates Tolos to organize a shipment of ore, but after a second glance at the order sheet, I realized why it was taking him so blasted long. Seems the order was more than triple the size we usually handle. Something to do with all these large-scale preparations, I suppose. And I can hardly expect that pup to shift it all on his lonesome. Come and pitch in with a hauling and we'll make it worth your while. What say you? Sure. Good. Many hands make light work. Well, lighter at least. Let's go. And away he goes, and so we shall follow. And run. Yeah, and now of course there's also triple triad players out here in Endwalker locations. So we'll head on over this way and find the lightly built lab assistant, who's holding a box as we speak.
Please tell me you're the help I was promised.
Yes, I am.
Thank the stars. My supervisor came past not a moment ago and scooped up half the ore himself. I swear he's part forest troll, but even so, I don't think I can manage the rest without doing myself an injury. Listen, if I take this crate, do you think you could carry that other load? Once you have it settled into a comfortable grip, I'll lead us to where we need to go.
Alright, so let's go and pick this up. Commence hauling. You have 3 minutes to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. So let's go ahead and pick it up. And speak with the lab assistant. I see you're no stranger to hauling heavy things about. Come on, let's get moving before my arms fall off. Follow the lab assistant, try not to get left behind, and also try and beat the time limit. Yeah, and we're not running though, we're obviously walking considering we have a heavy load, so to speak, but yeah, the Warrior of Light can easily run with a crate like this, but this guy, not so much. I mean, I would strike up a conversation with you, sir, but you're obviously very focused on what you're doing, and I don't want you to be distracted and drop what you got. Oh, you're past the first trial? Alright, I know where you are. I know where you are currently. Yeah, let's keep on following. Hope that the bird here does not go full feral and get in our faces. Because that's the last thing we need when we're carrying loads like this. But then once you know it, he's banking to the right. Yeah, in other words, he seems to want to get pecked. Let's make our way on down and get this load where it needs to be. As we also enjoy a little violin solo at the end there. That ought to do it. Come on back to the Archaon and I'll pay you what you're owed.
Thanks, I can handle the rest from here. The worst of it is over.
Alright then. Yeah, we'll just expedite ourselves back to the Archaon. Alright, we're back. And so we'll speak with the researcher and complete the quest. Hello again. I'm glad you came along when you did. I can't be hauling all day, and my colleague is not exactly built for hard labor. The XIV Stolos is where we store our mineral deposits, you see, and it is our job to field and fill requests from our fellow researchers. But we're not equipped to process orders of that quantity, especially if the central circuit keeps sending up requisition papers at the same frenzied pace. We'll run out of stock before long, assuming our backs don't give out first. Anyway, you're not here to listen to me gripe. Take your wages and good work. Oh, thank you, sir. So, we'll take 895 gil in addition to the experience. And so, for now, the area closest to the Archaon is complete. But now we have quests to deal with down here over at the Agronomics. So, without further ado, let's be on our way because there's no aetherites to gain access to, so we gotta go down there manually. So yeah, that means returning to the cave that we were referred to by Aaronville. And we'll use it to go back to the Agronomics area. And hopefully we won't get anyone pissed off at us for merely doing so. Yeah, so you can get a little more of a really nice view of the place. I mean, hey, for what it's worth, this take on Sea Haven Island is pretty good. jump on into the tunnel. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a few years, but it's definitely my favorite Jim Carrey movie. Yeah, I was never much into Jim Carrey's comedy, but I definitely enjoy movies like The Truman Show from him. Yeah, as good of a comedian as he is, like, I never could really get that much into his comedy. But if you really want something funny to see from one of Jim Carrey's before he became famous, there is footage of him doing a stand-up comedy routine where he does this sounds like a dumb person voice to try and explain what Canada is like to people in the US. And yeah, it is definitely funny. How close are we to an aetheryte? It'll pretty much be on the opposite side or even further down. But we don't have access to further down yet. And we all know the reason for that. So, head on past the Mandragoras and we'll make our way back to the farm. So I'm actually going to leave the blue quest for last because these blue quests are typically chain quests. So I'm going to leave this one for last. For now though, we're going to head on over to first speak with Eminette, and we'll go ahead and take on her quest entitled It's Not Mud. Eminette seeks a brave soul for a dangerous task.
If I'm not mistaken, you have the steely eyes of an adventurer. One who looks death in the eye and does not flinch.
Oh, you have seen that.
It just so happens that I require a sample of rare earth, but it can only be found in a location rife with vicious plants, and gods know what else. I would give you a hefty sack of coin if you could retrieve it for me. If you're willing, pray make your way to Toglophile's Deep and gather for me 3 samples of brown mud. The darker the better, I say. I suggest sharpening weapons beforehand, but I won't tell you how to do your job.
And I to you there, Miss Eminette. Alright. Heading on out and heading over that way, pretty much. Yeah, I believe we're going into a cave right now. So I'm gonna follow the path up this way. Trying to find a way in. Yeah, where is that spot that I need to be? Probably in a higher tier. Or it could very well actually be... I'll probably need to warp back to the Archaon for this one. Trying to read the map and figure out where is the best place to approach this, and I think we've got it figured out. Yeah, we're not exactly going in the direction of the tunnel, but we're going in a different place altogether. Alright, so we have this split path that we're approaching, and we're gonna go ahead and use it, it seems. So let's hang a left. And make our way into this tunnel, driving away from the Screamer. Yeah, he's not gonna be screaming so much, because I'm gonna make him run out of breath by just chasing me. So yeah, that adds another piece of the map. Are there any currents in here I should be aware of? No. Sadly not. But there is a lookout point. So, since it looks like we're gonna have to fight for the mud, let's get down and dirty. Yeah, bring it on, ugly. Step aside. And you're down. Alright. Help myself to the mud. And then proceed to use the lookout. Get another 84,000 points. And then we'll head on over this way. Oh, can I even get up though? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And so now over this way. And we'll pick up this. Lockout spots? Story progression. That's how you get it. And obviously, of course, since we don't have access to an aetheryte at the farm, we gotta drive all the way back. Yeah, sadly we gotta drive all the way back because there's no aetheryte at the farm. Oh, look, by using the lookout emote. The person for doing that is in Old Charlian down at the harbor. Yeah, I'm trying to remember which of the tentacles, which is hard to call them the tentacles, of the harbor that's the person who gives you the lookouts for the sightseeing log is located in. So, back through the cave, and we'll find our way back out of it. Yeah, I could probably also use my other level 80 jobs to build up a few points if I really wanted to. But for now, I'm content to stay in pat with what I got. So, around the corner we go. Well, they're all known as Ironheart. It doesn't matter which expansion you're in, they're always known as the Ironhearts. And so, back to the farm we go. Hello again there, Eminence.
You returned. Am I surprised? No, of course not. I had the utmost faith in your abilities. Well, did you bring the samples?
Yes, I have. Here you go.
Excellent work! With this, I shall continue my research into the techniques of the Narsha, skilled fighters and farmers both. I recently acquired texts from their homeland that go into some detail about their agriculture. Did you know that they mix bat droppings into the soil to make it more fertile? Quite ingenious. The land they live in is quite temperate, and it is writ that after 100 summers, the droppings solidify into something resembling stone, further concentrating the nutrients contained within. Of course, the samples you provided me today are far too rough to be of much use on their own. However, what is the purpose of research if not to free us from the bonds of the natural world?
Yeah, I guess.
What's that? Of course, I'm sure I said that the droppings resemble mud, didn't I? Regardless, I aim to speed up the ripening process, creating in days what takes nature centuries to accomplish. If I succeed, farmers across the realm will rejoice, and they will have you to thank for it.
I suppose. That would explain why it's not mud. Although I do have to ask though, why does your jumper only have one strap? Yeah, you notice that her jumper only has one strap, but the jumpers usually have two. I don't get it. So it'll take 735 gil for completing the quest. And so now we'll head on over. Yeah, We thought we were speaking to Ruba Epicon before last night, but this time we are actually legit speaking with him. Let's go ahead and do so to take on his quest entitled A Ripe Trade. Ruba Epicon has work for a swift pair of legs.
Greetings. You seem eager to give a small portion of your time in the name of progress. All I require is help with a simple delivery, and rest assured, you will receive just recompense. I've been expecting someone from the dairy farm to come pick up this batch of fruits, but I've seen neither the hide nor hair of them, and I delivered it myself, but my duties have prevented me from stepping in and even an ill from these crates.
How's that so? Yeah, as we give each other a little touchy-feely. The fruit is liable to rot if not stored properly, so if it isn't too much trouble, please make haste to Mitato and deliver them to my colleague there. Mitato it is. Yeah, it's not a Lalafell we're going to. Yeah, that does seem like a name for a Lalafell. Yeah, that is strange why the jumper only has one strap on it. You know, I'm a bit confused by that. But I imagine, of course, that people who get into crafting and gathering will be able to get such an outfit for themselves, too. So, across the bridge now. Yeah, getting a little further to the west. We've actually been to this place we're going to before. Yeah, you notice the mist coming off of the falling water. And the water falling it's falling everywhere. And so, let's go ahead and cross another bridge. Yeah, I'm guessing I know why you've done that there, Tharia. It's kind of hard to not understand why. Oh, well, all of a sudden everything went dark. Alright, yeah, I guess that's because we're in the shadow of the building. Hey there, Sibylline.
Oh, hello. Was there something you needed?
I have to give this to you.
Oh, what specimens! So plump and fragrant. You said you came all the way from Mariel Agronomics? Thank you for making the trek. It would have been a shame to see this go to waste. Sometimes the cattle here are so temperamental that I quite forget my other obligations. Ruba must be cross with me. This isn't the first time I've accidentally shirked my appointments with him. I must give him something by way of apology. Perhaps this golden cheese will do the trick. As you well know, we at Mitato pride ourselves on our research into the various methods of animal husbandry and fermentation used throughout the realm, and this cheese is our latest masterpiece. It came about in no small part thanks to the fruit you just delivered. We feed it to our cattle, and it is the main contributor to the cheese's heavenly fragrance. If it's not too much trouble, could you deliver this wheel to Ruba?
Of course I can. And so, back the way we came. Meanwhile, ooh, is it possible to gain access to that ether current? Can we go in the door? We cannot go in the door. Yeah, can we even get to that particular ether current? I'm gonna see if I can. And if not, then so be it. We'll come back later. $130 southwest. Is it down on this tier? Doesn't look like it. Maybe on the next one. Jeez, come on, game. 169 to the south. Oh, there you are. There you are, we found you. So let's go ahead and tomb. Yeah, it was right atop the building here. I wonder, is it possible to jump this gap? It is possible. Nice. And then the next one is going to be actually not that far, but I'm pretty much assuming it's down there. Well, I heard that off that yak cow. Also, I think the fact that they combined yak and cow is funny as a name. Oh. Yeah, as we're passing by the luncheon toad, it feels like I've been feeling like a frog myself. I've had to get a lot out of my system, and when I do, it feels like I sound like a frog. Yeah, is this what it feels like to get older? That when you need to get it out of your system, you start sounding like a frog? In any event, we're going to go ahead and cross on over back to where the farm is. Yeah, it's a bit of a long trek, but we'll get there. No, thank you there, Mr. Mandragora. Alright, we're back. And I speak with Ruba. No fruit, I see. I trust you delivered it without incident? You didn't eat it, did you? No, not at all. And instead I give you this. Here you go. This is golden cheese! The legends say only the masters of Wurlet knew the secret of its creation. I never thought I'd lay my eyes on a single slice, let alone a whole wheel! If I receive one of each of these each time sibling forgets her obligations, then can she be as absent-minded as she pleases? What does it taste like, I wonder? Will it live up to the tall tales? Oh, my apologies. I too tend to get carried away when it comes to cheese. You'll fit in right with the goblins then. Anyway, thank you for your assistance and take this for your time. I would share this cheese with you, but... well, you are giving me some anyway. In fact, we're getting reunion cheese, which is an ingredient can't be consumed, but we'll take it all the same, and we'll also take the 755 gil in addition to the experience. Alright, so over now to Jean Canet. And we'll go ahead and take on his quest entitled Learning to Sew. Or is it Sow? I guess we'll find out. Jean Canet requires a sturdy back to assist him. Might you have some time to spare for an old research, alas? Physical labor doesn't come to me as easily as it once did, and I'm in search of someone a bit more spry to assist me. The task is a simple one, rest assured. You need only plant these experimental seeds in the nearby fields. You would be compensated for your troubles, of course. No special skills are required of you. If you planted one seed, you've planted most of them. Well then, I look forward to seeing what you can do. Alright. Well, if nothing else, it also allows you to reveal more of your map as well, because that's also something that builds up your experience in game. Not by much, but it still is a game. Yeah, never take what the game gives you for granted as far as exploration is concerned. Alright, back to Jean Canet. Back across the bridge and we'll let him know that everything has been taken care of. While we try not to trample over his crops with our car. Jean Canet. Slightly flushed, are you? Good. I take it that means you've planted the seeds. You have my thanks, and if all goes to plan, the realms as well. You see, my research involves the production of nutrient-rich plants that can be harvested in greater numbers than any we have seen thus far. So, crop yield, basically. However, even the most extraordinary crop is useless if they cannot be planted and raised by the common woman. Or man. Yeah, are you sexist, Mr. Jean Canet? I've long made ease of use of a priority when I develop new seeds, asking everyone from experienced researchers to eager children to plant them in the earth and then comparing results. But of course, I'm sure you've had more than enough long-winded explanations of your journeys to last a lifetime. Take this award for your contribution, and take satisfaction in a job well done. Well, thank you very much. So he's not only giving us the experience and the 735 gil, but also a level 80 ring. And then finally among the quests that's not the blue quests around here, belongs to Parbelois, which is a fancy name. In fact, I think this may be a child we're dealing with here. Let's go and speak with Parbelois to take on the level 80 quest entitled Not Mushroom for Error. Parbelois is in search of someone skilled with a weapon.
Madam, madam, I seem to be in a bit of a bind and I was wondering if you might lend your aid to remedy the plight of a struggling student.
I believe I can do that.
Oh, of course. Introductions. I am Parbelois from the Studium, where my research involves the finer points of bacteria and fungi. I'm here to harvest mushrooms from Labyrinthos for my experiments, but I'm afraid I may be in over my head.
How so?
You see, the mushrooms are located in the 33rd facet, but that shaft is positively swarming with things I can scarce stand to look at, let alone face in combat.
So how did you get down here?
It isn't uncommon for members of the Studium to have request help from the more martially inclined, and so here I am before you. Will you procure the mushrooms for me? I will be forever in your debt.
I believe I can.
Oh, thank you, good madam. Well then, the sample number for my plot is 316. The mushroom stands out amongst the others with red caps and a distinctive triangle shape. Just in case, however, I do have this illustration. I understand all too well the impulse to become lost gazing at the fungi. Perhaps this will help you keep on track. If you find the sheer variety of mushrooms to be overwhelming, then simply consult the picture and it should put you back on track.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this sample 316. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, it's a trio of mushrooms bundled together and glowing. As my chocobo chills out there. That's some impressive balancing. Yeah, and unlike times that you would usually go into a situation like this, they have actually designated some specific spots for you to look. So it's definitely helpful in that regard. Yeah, we make our way back over to the cave, get chased by Mandragora. I do have to ask though, if she's the stray queen, then why is she a queen at all? Is it that she's simply exiled or something? Is she like Ashe in Final Fantasy XII? So, let's go on back into the cave and see if we can't find the correct set of mushrooms. We got one set right here, but it's a blue mushroom and there's a whole bunch of them, so we don't need to focus on looking at those. Try and get around the mythal cap here. Then we have a single solitary mushroom, so it's not that one. And just make sure that I'm not driving past anything. Then we have an orange mushroom, which is small and stumpy, so obviously that's not it either. So of course, to no real surprise, it's going to be in the last place we look. Which is right over here. So let's around the corner and see if we can find them. In fact, we do have a glowing trio of red mushrooms. Yeah, let's go ahead and help ourselves. These mushrooms match the illustration in your hands. Your long search is over. Pretty much. Go. Yeah, time to head back out of the cave again. One thing's for sure, I definitely plan to do cutting out and editing when I start putting up the official Let's Play episodes on YouTube, just because of the sheer distance we're having to cover. But that'll only be done when I'm returning to finish a quest objective or something like that. Yeah, around in the corner and then making our way back to the farm. Are you talking about the one in the giant tower near the end of the game? Because yeah, although I never made it to the end of that, I really enjoyed the challenge of it. Many good hours were wasted in that place. At least for me. Alright, young man.
Well, I can see by the dirt on your boots that you did some amount of digging. Were you able to find my sample?
We certainly did. Here you go.
Ah, yes, these match my illustration exactly. Thank the 12 that the brave of heart still walk this realm. Do you have an interest in fungi yourself? These were developed from the spores of the elf stool, which can only be found in the Orm Vale. A rare mushroom, but these are superior in every way.
Yeah, how many lives were lost to get something like that?
For one, they are much less inclined to kill you, a vast improvement by any measure of the word. Of course, I've had my failures, but the less said about those the better. What matters is now, and the Revolution Sample 316 is sure to hold.
And we'll find out if your dream comes true after we take our experience in 735 gil. Yes, indeed there, Arizal. Yes, indeed. And so now that we've cleared everything out of the agronomics, it's time to get started on the blue quests. And of course, we'll be getting an Aether Current by completing it. Yeah, thankfully things are fine now, but yeah. What the fuck was that? Yeah. Well, we know I'm definitely editing that out, aren't we? Yeah. Let's try that again. Take 2. And action.
The Archaeon is home to various samples collected from all across the star, and one such specimen has just escaped. A young troll, to be specific. Oh, I hope he hasn't been set upon by the local predators. Listen, I promise to compensate you, so could you please help me retrieve the specimen?
Oh, of course.
My thanks. I will continue my search of this area. I'd like you to check the 33rd facet. Once you have a comprehensive look about, please meet me at the Archaeon to report your findings.
Well, why don't we go there right now? You know, probably faster than where I am, or maybe not. Actually, it could be. It's hard to tell. It looks pretty close. Anyway, what happened was that my OBS whatever disconnected somehow. Thankfully, it was only brief. But yeah, I saw the blue crash screen on my Twitch stream show up, and I'm like, no! It can't be possible! Yeah, I don't know what the heck would cause that. It's very rare that happens. But even so, it's annoying. Yeah, but hey, that's just something else I can edit out of the stream when I put up the Let's Play content. Whew. Yeah, getting a bit scary there for sure. As we arrive at the destination to search for the specimen. Where could it possibly be? You see no trolls great or small, perhaps a bit further in. Go. I guess driving in the regalia as we are, I guess I have to ask, where does the chocobo go when I have to drive from point A to point B? Like, do I stuff it in the trunk or something? Oh, jeez. Let's hope I don't suffer a similar fate. Alright, over here to destination number 2. The errant troll is nowhere to be seen. Nwali may have had better luck. Yeah, we'll just warp right now to the Archaon. Okay. So, there's Nwali. Hey there, young man.
I see. I was unable to find the specimen either. However, I did meet someone who claimed to have seen it in Mornvale Forest. Let's head there and see if we can track it down.
Alright. And let's go follow. So now back into the forest. Yeah, it's not all that far from where we currently are. Ugh. Ouch. Oh, yeah, that is unfortunate. Welly.
Yes, there can be no doubt. These are Shaggle's footprints.
Well, at least you found them. It's a start.
I have uncovered the specimen's trail. It should be close. If you find it under threat from the local fauna, you may dispatch its assailants.
Alright. Sounds like a plan. Are there any aetherites nearby or aether current snow? We have found what we're looking for, and yeah, obviously Nwali can only just watch helplessly. Time for us to save the day. Yeah, hey you two. Yeah, I should point out as well, these trolls may have a troll up top, but it looks like at the bottom they're like beavers or something. They have like beaver tails or mermaids, fish scales or something. Yeah, is this a troll or is it a beaver or is it a mermaid? Is it a fish? What is this thing? Let's say it's Shaggles in the meantime. Let's reach out and give some support to this little guy. Yeah, let's look on him. And welcome aboard there, Nwali. Yeah, is this him?
Oh, I'm so glad you're unharmed.
Yeah, there you go.
You're all safe now. Come on, let's go home, sweetie.
Ah, buffoon! Ah. Yeah, this thing talks?
The Archaon is under threat. I must do something.
Ah. Yeah, you can talk? Yeah, you can talk? Yeah, what's going on here? Are you the troll that lives under the Three Billy Goat Scruff's bridge? Ah, you can understand me? I guess so. Maybe he doesn't, though. Yeah, he has no clue what's going on.
Wait, are you able to communicate with him?
I guess I have that skill. Yeah, let me tell you about it.
Incredible! I've never met someone with such a skill before.
Yeah, I guess I'm a troll whisperer. Maybe he can, with a little luck, he can pass on the gift to you.
This bundle of joy was born in Labyrinthos. However, he was abandoned by his mother and in quite the state by the time we found him. He possesses remarkable intelligence for one of his kind. We've elected to use him as part of a study into the effects of growing up in an artificial environment. I had seen him making gestures that he had been reading the tomes here, but I thought he was just copying those around him. To think he actually understands speech. As the rain comes down. Though I do wonder exactly why you are able to understand him and I'm not. Echo? I'm sort of special, or it's a secret, yeah. I'm sort of special. Warrior of Light at your service. Really? What I wouldn't give to understand him too. You possess the Echo, don't you? Guilty as charged. I find it difficult to grr the way you kind do, but I suppose it makes sense that you understand my general sentiments. I happen to learn of said power from the tomes in the Archaon. Honestly, that buffoon over there is surrounded by a sea of knowledge and he makes no effort to engage with it. Ouch. Yeah, you're being insulted and you don't even know it. You're just looking at him. At any rate, I'm glad to finally have someone to talk to. As I was saying earlier, the Archaon is in grave danger. Some girlless cleaner managed to bring woodworms in with them during a visit. If we leave them be, they're bound to cause irreparable damage to the materials at the facility. I tried my best to tell that buffoon, but it was no use. That's why I took a chance and went in search of some of my own kind to see if they would help. But you saw how that turned out. Yeah, they tried to eat you. Well, what is he saying? It's not good. Oh, dearie me! Still, it was most courageous of him to try and solve the issue on his own. Now that we're aware of it, we need to sort out this pest problem at once. Would you mind helping out a little longer? You're the only one who can understand him after all, and he seems moms ahead of us with regard to the situation at hand. Yeah, leave it to us. And so, yeah, as Noelle continues to try and communicate with him, we'll take 935 gil, plus our first Aether Currents, as far as our quest is concerned. So let's add that to the list and keep this quest line going, by speaking with Shaggles now, to take on the quest entitled Problematic Pests. Now that he's being understood at last, Shaggles is full of vim and vigor. Allow me to explain a few things first. Staff of the Archaon regularly use alchemic pesticides to keep the place free of harmful grrs. Unfortunately, the woodworm I found seemed to be entirely resistant to the type of pesticide employed at the facility. I skimmed a few tomes, including the New Eosian Geographic, but I couldn't manage to identify the Valken in the Archaon. I'm guessing it must be a new species. Grrr. So yeah, obviously we know who wrote that. They live in the Black Shard, and boy, were they hard to deal with, Miss Marcette and her assistant. We won't get very far if we know nothing about the enemy, so I went ahead and captured one of the woodworms. We can try showing it to someone who knows more about this sort of thing than I do. And away we go. So let's tell him what he told me. I see. In that case, I think we'd best be served by a biologist of Myriolagonomics. Shall we? You mean we gotta go all the way back? Oh, alright then. If that's what we gotta do. Yeah, we'll just take the long, long road back now. Yeah, it gets further and further away. Also, I love the bit. This is why I wish I had more people to chat with. But you guys are doing a great job. Is the banter that you guys have in chat. I think it's probably the main reason why I'm able to do so much when I do have a regularly active stream, is the regular banter with the chats. Not just for chatting with me, but chatting with each other. You guys are really great as far as interacting with each other, and that's what I've been missing over the course of my streams over the course of the last number of months. But it's so good to see it back again and seeing you guys
having so much fun chatting up a storm, seeing what you're seeing what I'm seeing. That's what really makes me feel happy to know that I have you guys watching me. Yeah, let's head along the road and head on back into the cave. I always wondered, why are these lanterns are smoking? Why do they not set on fire? Why don't they spontaneously combust with all the smoke they put out? Yeah, rock out to that music. And let's get ready to head on through this branch of the cave. Because yeah, it's just not the same without you guys. Alright, time to head on out of the cave. Not just stand in it, but even hold it. Because yeah, I'm sure for those of you who have watched my Stormblood Let's Play, one of these side quests over in the Ruby Sea required you to actually pick lava up with your hands. Or magma specifically, and I'm like, I'm doing what? Alright, we made it back to the agronomics. Let's see what this biologist has to say about the situation. Your troll showed me the woodworm sample, but the best I can do is confirm that I've never seen before. I'd say your hypothesis that it's an undiscovered species is highly likely. In order to ascertain how best to deal with the insect, we would need to learn about its original habitat. Well, I found it clinging onto a Thavnerian tool used to make medicine that was recently brought to the Archaon. It was delivered by a Rogadin cleaner. Let's go ask her about it. Yeah, you know where you want to go, so let's tell them. Well, what are we waiting for then? To the Archaon! Yeah, it took us about 3 minutes to get over here, and now we're only here for a minute. That truly speaks to you, doesn't it? Perhaps that woodworm is not the only new species in our midst. What are you getting at? Anyway, back to the Archaon again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. And I don't think I can use the lift. Unless I have finding permission now, but I don't think I do. Yeah. Yeah, I just realized, oh no. Yeah, instead let's go back to the Archaon. Now I gotta go all the way back. Ugh, game! Yeah, game! Yeah, there's my Proton John impression for the day. Although it's not as forceful as his was. I don't think he was leaving. Yeah, back we go. Back into the stupid cave. Damn, so misleading. Yeah, that hurts. And yeah, I guess that's true. Couldn't cut the corner. But yeah. Yeah. Turns out the troll we're hopping out isn't the only one. Turns out there's more trolling going on than meets the eye. Alright, let's get out of the cave again. Well, I've been pronouncing it Archaon because of the fact that the letters I-O-N appear at the end. So yeah, that's just me though. You got that right. Yeah, where's that lame-o gleaner? You mean trolling us like that? Yeah, simply unacceptable. Yeah, let's bypass the Hornet and get to where this guy is. Having us going on a wild goose chase. But then, again, Welly didn't help much by saying that he was at the Archaon. Yeah. Hello there, young lady.
Oh, that! I found it in Favnir. To be more specific, at the Alchemist Outpost, the Great Work. Tools used by the first alchemists, they say, and there are few tools like it still extant. I spent days arguing my case before its owner agreed to hand it over.
It's all coming together now. This woodworm was probably exposed to so many alchemic concoctions that in that settlement that it developed a hardy resistance to substances like the pesticide. Let's waste no time inquiring the biologist about this.
I feel like I've seen that little troll in the Archaon. Is it alright for him to be out and about like this?
He's stronger than you think. Well, circumstances have required us to set him free for a bit. Closely monitored, of course.
Now, where did he go?
Ah, great. Yeah, he walked off while she was talking.
Oh my, we should make for Mary Argonox straight away then.
Alright. Back we go. Yeah, back we go, back towards the farm. Don't worry, I'll make sure I have some in reserve. Yeah, don't you worry about that. Yeah, there's the thing we just buy, the Ukinko Snowflake. That's another rare drop from Eureka. Alright, back over to the biologists. Well, that certainly makes a lot of sense in light of all that's happened thus far. I happen to know that the alchemic pesticide used at the Archaon was created in Thavnir, so it's hardly surprising that our wordworm friend has developed a resistance to it. Now how should we solve this conundrum? Why don't we find out after we take the experience at 935 gil. Let's go ahead and speak with the biologist again to take on our next quest entitled Pests Be Gone! The biologist has worms on the brain. It may not be the most inventive solution, but what if we were to make an even stronger pesticide? Is that a good idea? But how? Yeah, he's sure, like, are you sure that's gonna work? Assuming that's a yes, I'll need you to get your hands on a luncheon toad's poison gland. I'll take care of the rest. Oh my, despite their adorable name, those toads are not to be trifled with. Think you're up to it? The buffoon clearly isn't, so I'd say you're our only hope. I'm no Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I'll see what I can do. I take it he skipped right to asking you for your assistance. You'll find the toads roaming near Phenuma, I believe. Do take care now. Or would it be Numa? And yeah, we only need to kill one. Kill one and we will be done. Alright, let's go find one. As we chase after the person riding a Goobu. The rain is coming down in the wee hours of the morning here in Labyrinthos. As our Chocobo treks along the dirt path. It'll probably be a little more muddy at this point. And we'll go to where these toads are. Well, given that the lore says that she keeps getting weaker as time goes on because of what the Assyrians are doing, I highly doubt it. Yeah, throwing everything at this guy. Yeah, we will not be having any of that body press, please. Load up and take it out. That was easy. But yeah, I would say it's me that's getting more powerful. Oh, we're being chased, if only briefly. Yeah, you're not gonna get a stinger on me there, Beedrill. Ouch. You know, those savage burns are gonna be coming, and they're gonna be coming hard and fast, I imagine. Alright, across the bridge we go. And we'll make our way over to the biologist. Oof, judging by the smell, I think it's safe to assume you got what I asked for. Allow me to tuck that away before we all pass out from the stench. You got it. And so, sometime later, out of smell, out of mind. And now I got all I need to make one of the most potent pesticides out there. Who's coming in to observe this?
Hold on just a moment.
Yeah, suspicious music is being played.
Director!
Yeah, she's a Duskwite, known by Vandaline.
What exactly are you making here? And why does it smell like the inside of a toad? And you, Nuelitia, I believe your job requires you bring any missing specimens back to the Archaon, not take them on a tour of the realm.
Well, you don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, what do you say to her?
Please, allow me to explain.
Yeah, I need to tell you everything that's happened to this point. It's of the utmost importance.
I see why you feel such drastic action is needed. However, I cannot permit you to release such a potent pesticide inside my Archaon. It could damage that which is housed within, and there is no telling how it might affect Labyrinthos' environment once the fumes inevitably escape the building. Whilst the pesticide we currently use may be on the weaker side, that is also one of its strengths. It has a negligible impact on the environment. You clearly haven't given your plan much thought. Fear not, I shall come up with a solution in due course. For now, let us return this specimen to the Archaon. There's little to be gained by allowing a troll to ruminate on such matters, no matter how odd it may be.
Yeah, he's not taking the kind of that. Give me another chance. I can't sit back and watch those marvelous books be destroyed.
Is it addressing me?
It is, yes. Yeah, let me explain why.
It truly wishes to protect this tome so strongly? Very well. In light of you having discovered the word worm issue in the first place, I shall grant you one more chance to present a solution. Should you prove capable of ridding us of the infestation, I promise to cease treating you as a mere specimen. Assuming that you come up with a solution all on your own, of course. You are forbidden from consulting the researchers, understood?
Well, how's that supposed to help? Classic people from Charlian. And the forum as a whole. Let's take our experience in Gil and try and figure out a plan B. So away she goes. Yeah, if we can't use a pesticide, what can we use? As Shaggles tries to figure it out with myself and Welly, let's go ahead and speak with Shaggles to take on our next quest, entitled Dream Big. Shaggles is searching for a solution. I worry that I won't be able to come up with a way to solve our problem. Let me and think on my own for a bit. And away he goes.
It's alright, you don't need to interpret it for me. Even I can tell he's struggling with the weight of this task. You know, creatures like trolls tend to perk up when someone pets them. Why don't you show Shaggles some affection? He might pretend not to like it at first, but trust me, he'll warm up to it soon enough.
But what if he tries to bite my hand, then what? If he tries to bite my hand, then what? So let's go and chase. Oh, Bubba. Yeah. Hit first, ask questions later. Yeah, just so you can get an idea, this is what they were talking about before with the lower tiers. So there is another settlement down here, and if that red smoke is any indication, we definitely will have a problem to deal with later. So let's go ahead and pet Shaggles here. Go ahead and hotbar that. Yeah, come on. What are you doing? I'm not a dog! Well, I guess we're gonna pet some more. Come on, warm up to it there, little guy. Yeah, see, it's working. Yeah, come on. You know, I actually feel a bit better now. Yeah, do tell. Oh, hey, Nwelly. Yeah, until Nwelly shows up. Yeah, it's alright.
Seems like he's back to his old self. Listen, Shaggles, if anyone can do this, it's you.
Normally I call him a buffoon of Reborn, but I'm the girl who nearly destroyed Labyrinthos' ecosystem by unleashing a super-strength pesticide. If anyone's a fool, it's me. Yeah, we're expecting this sort of humility. I know I'm forbidden for consulting the researchers, but I can ask you for advice, right? I guess. Although I don't know how much I can give. You must have fought your fair share of foes on your adventures. How do you take down the especially ones? I harness all my strength, focus on their weakness, or simply end them. As the rain comes down, yeah, focus on their weaknesses. Give them an intelligent answer to ponder. The woodworms do come from tropical climes, so their weakness would probably be freezing temperatures. Though if we make it too cold in the Archaeon, we'd risk exposing the books to frost damage when all the moisture up in the air freezes. Wait, the air! Deprive them of the air they need to survive! How so? I bet we could starve the ones of oxygen with the gas emitted when you pour hydrochloric acid on limestone. We'll need to evacuate the staff and other living specimens, but it wouldn't do any damage to the tomes of documents. We won't know if it'll work unless we give it a go. Nobody Tia can get the acid, so I just need you to find some limestone. There's more than enough for the taking in the 30-acre facet. Meet us at the Archaeon once you have it. Yeah, this is what we're going to be doing there, Nwelly.
I get the impression you've come up with a solution. Would you mind filling me in?
With pleasure. Here's what we're going to do.
brilliant! Though I'd best at least pretend to be looking after Shaggles while I fetch that acid. Please do get that stone in the meantime.
Yeah, hopefully there is some limestone nearby. So away they go. And away we will go to get 3 slabs of limestone. And all, of course, in the facets. Let's get chased, among other things. Yeah, by Cryokinites and by Mandragores alike. Yeah, I'm surprised that the Mandragores don't try and pop out of the ground to try to spook you. Well, it likely would have ended in us getting the same text no matter what we chose, because that's how it usually works. Also, I've never seen that title before. Yeah, that title is new to me. I've never seen that one. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some limestone. I'll be honest, Bubba, I have no idea what those emojis are. Alright, let's go around the corner. And find what we're looking for. Yeah, we gotta get 3 of these things, so make sure we got them all. Yeah, don't need to worry about fighting him. Alright, there's one of the chunks of limestone. Shouldn't be too long before the metal cat breaks out pursuit, and does. Yeah, that helps so much that feral opponents have a much shorter pursuit range in this expansion. And then we got one over here. Let's go ahead and pick it up. Oh, okay. Alright, so we're going back to... Looks like we're going back to the Archaeans, so let's do it. Just don't trick me this time. And thankfully it's not a trick. Alright, Shaggles, do your thing. Everyone's out and we got the acid as promised. Did you keep your end of the bargain? How's this? Managers, I'll be right back. So as we chill out for a while, I filled the test room with gas. Now we need only wait and see what happens. Alright. Yeah, let's have a look. You know, I've been on my own almost as long as I can remember. I do recall that I constantly questioned my parents, which is probably what led them giving up on me altogether. That same intelligence, or belligerence depending on how you grr, saw me rescued and brought here. It may be interesting, I suppose, but I've only ever been treated as a specimen. You're the first person I've been able to have an actual conversation with. For the longest time, the Archaeans books were my only friends. They were both my loyal companions and my window from which I gazed upon the outer world. That's why I can't stand by and let them be destroyed. Naturally, I would love for my intelligence to be recognized so that I might become a researcher in my own right. But, more than anything, I want to protect the Archaon. I think that's a wonderful idea. Meanwhile...
It worked! It actually worked! The pests are no more and the tomes look as good as new!
Yeah, Vandaline seems to approve.
Well done! Your method is both effective and safe. We shall waste no time in using it to rid the entire facility of woodworms. As promised, you will no longer be treated as a mere specimen. From now on, you are an apprentice researcher.
You'll probably still need a translator, though. Thank heavens the Archaon will be safe once more. And allow me to thank you for everything. I couldn't have done it alone. My very first project as an apprentice will be how to study how to produce sounds that's just like your kind do. After grr, if I want to be a researcher, I need to learn how to speak with people other than you.
That's right. Yeah, they're just looking at me. It's good to see Shaggles looking so pleased. Thank you for all you've done for us.
Well, you're quite welcome.
Oh, but before you go, perhaps you could tell me what he thinks of me?
Do we really want to go there? He calls you a buffoon regularly, or he's rather disparaging. Yeah, it won't end up well either way.
Is that so?
Yeah, how does he react to this?
But he's too adorable to be angry with. Come, let me pet you.
Yeah, I'm putting the kibosh on that one. Cease this, you buffoon! I'm no one's pet!
Yeah. No, come back!
I'll leave him be. Or not. And yeah, we just shrug our shoulders. And with that, we'll take 170,775 experience points, 935 gil, plus our choice of food. We can choose from the Archon Loaf, which we know has quite a notoriety in Charlian, but it's meant for a tank. We can take Zurich, which is meant for a healer, Amber Salad, which is also a tank food, or we can take the Amber Lassie, which is close to DPS food as we're gonna get. We can also take the Allegan Silver Piece if we want, but this has much more value. And so away they go. And speaking of away we go, we are now got more quests over here in towards the main entrance of the Labyrinthos area. So what do you say we go and hit up those now? Yeah, new quests have appeared, so we're gonna go and take them on. Yeah, just wanna make sure I'm crossing the right way. Being a blitzball. Can Shaggles swim, though? Yeah, that's the question you really gotta ask yourself. Can Shaggles swim? Yeah. See you later there, troll mermaids. Or do we call you mer-trolls? Not really sure how best to describe you. Alright, here we go. So we've returned towards back where the main entrance to the Labyrinthos area is. And so let's go ahead and take care of the few quests that are left. Let's speak with this Outer Circuit researcher to take on his quest entitled, It's Not the Heat, It's the Humidity. The Outer Circuit researcher's brow is creased in consternation. Excuse me, do you have a moment? I have an urgent task to attend to and I could use some assistance. As the supervisor of this sector, I was concerned with how cool the air in Mornvale Forest felt as I walked through my usual rounds. Ordinarily, it should be a touch more humid. My colleagues assured me that the gauges are displaying acceptable temperatures and, well, hinted that I was being oversensitive. My instincts, however, informed me otherwise. Would you mind assisting me with a more thorough investigation? Alright. Thank you. Payment will be forthcoming, of course, but first, let us begin by assessing the problem from within the forest itself. Alright, lead on. So yeah, not that far from where the primary Aetheryte is. Yeah, he's just showing out at the lantern here. Although, I guess now we have to wonder if it's even a lantern at all. Take a close look at this mist sprayer. So that's what it is. You'll find these devices throughout Mornvale Forest, and I need you to see if they're functioning properly. It's nothing too complicated. If the sprayer's crystal is glowing blue, then that means it's working. If the crystal is dull, then it's most likely broken. Here, I'll jot down the locations of the sprayers I wasn't able to check yet. Meanwhile, I'll go and see if there are any more problems at Mistloom. That's the big tower over there responsible for regulating the sprayers. That can be our meeting spot once you've finished checking the devices. Alright. And away you go. And so are we. Starting with this one that's conveniently really close by. And we can see it's at full blast here. Yeah, definitely not lacking here. The crystal is glowing blue. This mist sprayer appears to be functioning correctly. Alright, now let's go up top and see that one is faded. So at least one of them is not functioning the way it's supposed to. This sprayer's case is cracked, the crystal within inert and dull. This device appears to be malfunctioning. And then just a short drop to get to this sprayer, which is also functioning correctly. Yeah, let's go ahead and mime it. Or give it a massage or whatever. This mist sprayer appears to be functioning correctly. Now let's go speak with the researcher. Yeah, he's not that far from where we currently are. Yeah, later there, troll mermaid. Oh, you have a friend who you're talking to, huh? Well, the Mistloom technicians can detect nothing awry with the tower's workings. Any issues with the sprayers? Well, we did have one. Ah, so there was a malfunction after all. The sprayer's job is to keep this area blanketed in mist to accurately simulate the moist-laden area of certain forest habitats. One broken device had no effect on the temperature, but the humidity had fallen out of the optimal range. If we hadn't caught the change, we would have started seeing an adverse effect on the forest flora and fauna. Nice work, but I didn't bring your payment with me. Come back to Upper Aquanthos. We can settle accounts there. Alright. And away we go. I mean, we have to go back anyway to do the other quest, so why not? Just chilling out, running by these mist sprayers now that we know them what they really are. Alright, drop on down and back to the settlements. And back to the researcher. Thank you again for agreeing to help. It goes to show that mechanical gauges aren't always as important as trusting one's own senses. Your remuneration, as promised. Now I must see about organizing repairs for that broken sprayer. And I'll have you have at it, so we got our experience plus 895 gil. And away he goes. Then we'll round the corner and speak with a Lalafell known as Nonolato. Let's go ahead and speak with him to take on his quest entitled No Laughing Matter. Nonolato greets you with wild-eyed hope.
Ho there, friend. Fancy lending a hand to a gleaner in need?
Oh, of course. What do you need?
I'm fairly new to all this gleaning business, so it's only proper that someone with the requisite experience deliver this very important Uldon chemical compound to that research facility. You know, that one short way to the west?
Alright. Yeah, why not ask a fellow gleaner or take it yourself? Or do you have to stay here?
Oh, I couldn't do that. They never take me seriously again. No, I need someone bold and brave and unconnected to me in social circles. In other words, an itinerant adventurer. Like you. I would do it myself, of course, but duty calls. Just deliver this package to someone in a position of seniority, and I promise I'll be back here to pay you the favor.
Oh, alright. Oh, away we go. Alright, making our way back out of the settlements, and we'll give this to someone who needs it. Which means more bridge crossing, more observing mistprayers, and hey, we found moose, or caribou specifically. Who knows, that given that it's Christmas in a couple of weeks, it could also be reindeer. But then again, I guess Rudolph wouldn't be taking too kindly to that. So, around the corner, climb the stairs and give it to this person. May I help you? You can indeed. We need to give you this, sir. Ah yes, the Uldon compound. Excuse me, but whatever happened to the gleaner I was told to expect? You don't quite match his description. Yeah, he also don't have a backpack and a little futon to sleep on. Yeah, let me explain what happened. And so here you are in his stead. I thought that might be the case. This facility primarily studies small Vulcan and their ilk, and their role as carriers of disease. As such, we become the subject of some rather unsettling, not to mention wholly unsubstantiated, rumors. I imagine some senior gleaner was amusing himself by taunting his junior colleague with scary half-truths and outright fabrications. The scholar lend me patience, but such jests lead to no end of trouble for us. In any case, I thank you for bringing me my delivery. Should you happen to return to our faint-hearted gleaner, pray do me the service of setting him straight on what it is we do here. Alright then, sir. I'll do that. And back we go. Well, the Alchemist Guild is responsible for, among other things, making potions. And ethers and stuff like that, so... yeah, I mean, what can I say? So I will get to you in just a moment. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and speak with Nonolato. Yeah, here we are. Hey, little guy.
You're back! And not suffering from any horrible maladies! Well, nothing visible anyway.
Yeah, about that.
What's that? You think someone's been having a laugh at my expense? But the others told me. They said the researchers ordered a forbidden substance from Ulda so that they could concoct some kind of zombie powder, and that cleaners who deliver these are often never seen again.
Oh, the traitor's spurn, huh? Obviously, someone's been reading the myth will lie.
Aye, that does sound a bit unlikely now that I say it out loud. Those lying bastards. Right, well, here's what I owe you, plus a little extra for keeping quiet. Gods above, I'll never live this down.
I guess not. But yeah, In addition to the experience in 735 gil, we're getting another level 80 ring. And then there was one. So let's head on just outside of the settlement and try not to crash into this person and their load of ore. And speak with this green gleaner, who probably is more green than Nonolato is. Let's speak with him to take on our last side quest here in Labyrinthos, entitled Building Good Habitats. The green gleaner seems to want a word with you. Excuse me, but aren't you the one who's assisting Anvil? If you have a moment, I could also use some help with a certain task. Word gets around, I guess. Sure. Simply put, I'm to hunt down a number of caribou, but as this is the first job I've accepted which requires any degree of violence, I'm not entirely confident in how I should approach my prey. You seem like the type of woman who's seen her fair share of combat. What if I could observe you from concealment while you engage my target fauna? I wouldn't need you to spend all day on it, of course. 1 or 2 examples in the forest west of here should be plenty. Let's say 2, shall we? I'll even pay you, please? Yeah. You don't even need to say please. I have no problem doing that for someone like you. You're a Mikote, after all. I can never turn down a request from a brother or sister. Yeah, 2 convenient caribou right here. Let's flush out my chocobo again for one last time. And get underway. Into the air to start diving you on the head. Yeah, we are bringing all the pain we can. Yeah, suddenly his friend realizes what's going on and is like, hey, stop that! Leave him alone or else you're gonna have to answer to me! And to that I say, well, too bad. And there we go. All done. Maybe. But how's eating jerky building a good habitat? Let's find out as we speak with the Gleaner himself. Thank you for the instruction. While I doubt I could emulate your particular style, seeing you in action was enormously helpful. You've also provided a service by culling a few of Labyrinthos' more prolific animals. Lest you worry, it's essential we reduce the caribou's numbers every now and again to maintain a stable habitat. And nothing here is killed for mere sport. Every part of a carcass is harvested and put to use. A practice I will make sure to carry out with the creatures you slew. There are still a few more that need culling, but I think I can handle that on my own now. Such is the Gleaner's lot, and I should learn how to do it sooner rather than later. Oh, and here's your payment. Wish me luck. Yes indeed, sir. We'll take your experience and your 735 gil. And so, that takes care of that, at least for now. So we have completed all the side quests currently available in Labyrinthos, and so that means that I can head on back home to, well, not home necessarily, but back to the Valdesian Annex in Charlian. Well, if you say so there, Bubba. Alright, let's go ahead and head on back to the annex itself. And get out of combat gear for the night. Yeah, no further side quests to take care of right now, so we're all fine here. Let's head on back to the main hall. Hey everyone, I'm back! And so, now that we've taken care of all the side quests in Labyrinthos and finished this side's story arc, tomorrow night we're gonna help out the boys. Thancred, Oriange, and Mon Frere are all set to go to Thavnair, and I hope you guys are ready to come along for the ride as well, because I know that we have a lot to look forward to when we go to our next destination, to a place that we've heard of many times over the course of the story of this game, and in some side content too, but never actually had a look at ourselves. But that's gonna change. So, before you guys head off tonight, since there's quite a few of you, we're gonna do something we haven't done in a while. Raid someone. So, before you head off, yeah, I want to try and start raiding again because I want to help out my various brother and sister dragoons with getting some more support on their end. So, tonight, I will have you go and raid this guy known as Phalix. He's a fellow dragoon, and I want you to go show your support to him this evening. I know that he would definitely appreciate it, and I hope that you will give him all the love that you've been giving me over the course of the last few days, because I'm sure he could definitely use it. And so, we will see you guys back here tomorrow for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow as we join the boys for our long-awaited journey to Thavnair. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.